Glamorous, opulent, and a powerful businesswoman. Those are just some of the words used to describe Ivana Trump, the first wife of former President Donald Trump. She died at the age of 73. This morning, family and friends are remembering her elegant life. And Nick Smith is here now with more. Nick, she really carved out her own success after a very public and messy divorce.
Mitch, she did. The news of Ivana Trump's death coming as a surprise to many. New York City police say they responded to a 911 call for cardiac arrest yesterday afternoon. And when paramedics arrived to Ivana's apartment, she was unconscious and unresponsive at the bottom of a staircase. Ivana was worldly and lived quietly in New York until she passed away at her Manhattan home Thursday. Police are now investigating whether she fell down the stairs and believe her death was accidental. Former President Trump was Ivana's second husband, but during her lifetime, she got married and divorced a total of 4 times. And every time I saw her in an interview, she was always about that family.
Well, and she was humorous.
Absolutely.
I remember her sense of humor, even though she was very glamorous.
Very captivating in a lot of ways.
Yeah, relatable, charming. Well, New York Post Page 6 editorial director Emily Smith is going to speak with us a little bit more about Ivana's memory, her legacy. Hi, Emily. Thanks for being with us.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
I think the first thing I thought of was she must have been ill and we didn't know about it. And then we saw the reports that she was found at the bottom of the stairs. I mean, did you immediately jump to some type of conclusion about what would have gone wrong?
Well, I mean, this really is the loss of a New York icon. There have been reports that her health had been declining in recent years. Certainly, she was becoming more frail and hadn't been eating that much. But when I'd heard that she'd fallen down the stairs, I just wondered if it was misadventure and she'd fallen down and bumped her head. I mean, the medical examiner is looking into cardiac arrest also, which may have happened before she fell down the stairs. But there's been reports of her declining health in the meantime.
What do we know about her relationship with her first husband in recent years?
So, they had a wonderful marriage. Obviously, it ended in 1992 when he had an affair with Marla Maples. But over the years, they've grown very close together. She was even at his marriage to Melania. She raised their children, and he's been very clear about that she is a fantastic mother. And they speak very highly of each other. The only thing she has done, which has annoyed Melania, is she said, I was the real first lady because I was his first wife. But she stood by him when he ran for president. She backed him, and they've remained really very close.
I think the one thing that I did not know about Ivana was that she was a world-class athlete. That's something that her children referenced in their memorial. What do you believe she'll be most remembered for?
I mean, yes, she was a champion skier in her home country, in Czechoslovakia. And she skied in Aspen, for years and showed off her talents. But I think she'll probably be remembered most for being, first of all, part of the quintessential glamorous couple of the 80s. Also raising the 3 children, Eric, Don Jr. and Ivanka. But then she went on with her own style, and she was a fixture in New York at the front rows of fashion shows. At all the galas, she dressed beautifully, often opulently in furs. And she was really very funny. She would be great company to talk to. And then she would do things that were very Ivana. Like, for example, she was pictured going and she would buy a hot dog at the hot dog stand at the end of her street, while dressed in fur. She was just a real character.
Yes. She certainly was. And I think that's what I remember from anything I've ever seen with her. She always was able to have some fun, especially with interviews that weren't necessarily gentle with her or her former husband. Emily Smith, thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.